Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Lionheart Dreamweaving. My name is Matthew, and this is a timeless and general reading, which means that whenever you find this message, or, it finds you, then if it speaks to your current life experience, it's for you. If it doesn't resonate like that, then just please kindly click another video. Okay? So, let's get started here with your overall energies. We have from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot on the left here, the Ten of Fire. Now this card speaks of mastery. Mastery of a skill or craft, a creative pursuit. It's represented by the kind of tools in this person's hands. And the creative fire, exploding out from him. But also, what that really comes from, actually, that kind of mastery in manifest in the external world comes through an internal mastery, a self-mastery. And ultimately, that self-mastery has come through discipline. A lot of steady, persistent work of self-improvement and in a disciplined way, and also of taking responsibility for the cause and effect of every single choice and action in your life, and releasing any kind of sense of blaming the world for your misfortunes or failures or setbacks, and just taking your full power into your own two hands and putting in the work every single day, day after day, to shape your life in the way that you want it to be. Yeah? So, wherever you're at on this journey, this is where you want to get to. This is where it's all heading, okay? You have the power within you to reach this state if you're not already there yet. Which it seems to be still a bit of a work in progress for us, which that's quite okay. And here we have also, as a part of the overall energy, your spirit animal guides who wanted to come through today to help guide and support you. And here we have the sea serpent and the owl. Now, this is interesting because the sea serpent here, it represents, it's connected with the sacral chakra energy, the kind of creative waters of the womb, and I'm actually seeing a very interesting parallel here. If you look at these two cards together, the circle here with the kind of eye of opening of enlightenment, it's quite the same kind of energy overlay here. Yeah. And so also what this card speaks of is, connected with the sacral chakra, is your creativity and creative expression and emotional and sexual expression as well. But what I'm getting mostly in this context is creative self-expression when it's in combination with this energy here, because this is of mastering your creative skills, okay, to create the kind of life you want and the kind of gifts that you uniquely have to share with the world. And so also what I'm seeing here, because normally, like I said, this is connected down here with the sacral chakra energy, but I'm seeing it here coming with this circle to actually illuminate the third eye point and the intuitive, so the connection between the sacral and the third eye, which is actually the central energy meridian of your body. If you've ever practiced, for example, Qigong or other kind of energy balancing and healing techniques. There's you will at some point work with balancing the central energy meridian of your body, which runs between these 2 points. So if that's a new word to you, then maybe, or a new idea, then maybe you should consider trying Qigong. It's actually very helpful, and it might help you to come to this point of mastering your own energies if you're still having some difficulties with that. And yeah, so, but the point I wanted to make about the third eye is I'm seeing with the owl here. The owl is always connected with wisdom and intuition, intuitive guidance. Okay? So there's something that wants to come through here for you, but I'm getting a sense that there's some blockages. I'll get a little bit into that later, but so this owl also has another symbolism representation. It's a white snowy owl, which is actually, this particular one is the pet familiar of the goddess Lakshmi, and she comes bearing always some kind of gifts, and blessings, and abundance, something that's very valuable, can create very much tangible value in your life. So the overall energy that I'm getting from the combination of all these cards is that this reading is going to be most focused on the path and the journey of you going through the process of mastering your own energies so that you're able to express your creativity in a way which brings that kind of abundance and prosperity into your life. And, by expressing yourself and blessing the world in that way, you will receive in return many abundant blessings. Okay? But let's dive into the kind of details here of what's actually going on in this story in the middle. So what we're starting out here with this poor old lion. This is actually the starting point that we all sort of have, actually, because of how we are conditioned in this society to kind of fit into the crowd, right? There's all this herd of sheep here, and they even get to be very faceless in the background there, and we all have something that's very much unique, our own power, our own. This is about having complete mastery of yourself and your power and your creative fire, which can be represented by the lion. But this has been suppressed. Society, modern industrial society doesn't particularly think that there's much benefit for that. It wants to use people how do I say that? Okay, I'm sorry for the long pause there. It doesn't really, okay, so with this compromise card next to it, yes, I'm sorry. The message that I'm getting is that your own truth and your creative gifts, you've been conditioned to compromise that and do what is necessary to, make ends meet or please other people, or just basically being forced to subsume. And this is not to say anything bad about you, because this is a normal experience that pretty much all of us have to go through at some point. But you've been forced to suppress your own power and your own creative fire and self-expression and truth to fit in to a mold, and you've been forced to compromise yourself, basically. And we can only really tolerate that for so long before before it drives us kind of crazy or makes our life feel very miserable. And what this kind of energy here is talking about is that if you're in that kind of position where you're not fully satisfied with your life and how you're able to express yourself, if you don't feel like fully satisfied through that process, that it's something that you have to take responsibility for and make the necessary changes and step outside of the comfort zones and potentially deal with the social backlashes of that, okay? And what I'm seeing here next with this patience card for you is that this has been a long time coming, actually. It's been building up for you for a while, and there's actually something really beautiful here that wants to come through you. It wants to something that you've been gestating internally, some kind of creative project or idea, or just something that has to do, again, with something that is your unique self-expression. Okay, it's been gestating, and it's quite about ready actually to be birthed now. You can see at this point she's gone through the whole process, and she's just she's ready to pop, so to speak. But the difficult thing with that, though, is at some point, like that moment where you cross the threshold, you just have to leap. You just have to trust the universe, trust the process, and just leap. Take a leap of faith, And well, the great thing is, what I'm seeing about that is, if you work up the courage to do it and you take the leap, there's going to be a force of energy which sweeps in. I'm seeing this actually like whoosh, whoosh. It's very powerful, a spiritual energy which is going to take over and actually carry you through the kind of difficult transition process where you kind of feel like it's a bit scary to kind of make that leap, and then you're kind of free falling. But don't worry, before you even hit the ground, something is going to sweep in and catch you and kind of carry you through anything that you need to overcome to create what you need to, what's trying to birth through you. Okay. But so on this bottom row, I'm seeing actually that you are having a hard time. You're having a hard time trusting that. And trust me, I sympathize. I'm been there. I'm kind of there, actually myself a bit right now. But what I'm seeing here though is with this nothingness card and the dream is you're trying to almost imagine or foresee what's going to be on the other side of this process of you taking the leap. You're trying to dream it, you're trying to fantasize about it, and I don't know, maybe you're trying to motivate yourself that way, but what I'm seeing though is actually you can't really predict. You just there's nothing, it's beyond what the mind can possibly imagine, okay? And so really there's nothing that you can do but to, again, like I said, just kind of trust the process and make the leap and just start working on the thing that you're passionate about. But the problem though the difficult thing is you're having a hard time seeing beyond your illusions here, beyond, and what the illusions for you are there's a lot of like limiting beliefs here. Which are coming through represented by this card of the burden and the clinging to the past. So perhaps you've experienced some failures or disappointments or setbacks in the past, and it's hard to kind of let that go and kind of like be like fresh and approach this with a kind of innocent and trusting mind, which is necessary. And you have this kind of critical, like you're trying your best to like overcome and do the things that you can to work on and improve your situation, but it's like climbing this mountain with having this arrogant ass taskmaster critical guy on your back the whole time. Yeah, just like criticizing you, like some kind of inner voice in there. This is, my mind is representing like an inner critic voice, which is it's holding you back. It's limiting you from just putting yourself out there and releasing your expression to the world and letting it birth through you because of all this negative self-talk, which probably comes from having had difficult past experiences. But what I'm seeing here for you, though, is that you will be successful. Like, you will achieve, because this is your overall energy. Like, this is the journey that you're heading on, okay? So once you make that leap and once you just get into it and you start doing the discipline and the daily work, and it's going to be successful sooner or later, but it's guaranteed. It's because it's your authentic creative purpose that you were brought here. You were manifest. Like, you came here to this planet at this time to manifest something. Okay, something that's unique to you, that only you can really bring to special, that you can bring to this world. Okay. That's all I can really see here. It kind of ends, it cuts off at this point though. So if you're still a bit stuck, then, well, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to stop the video here and I'm going to make an extended reading. And we can go a little bit deeper into getting some more advice for you about how you can move past this blockage you have here. So yeah. If this resonated with you, if this sounded like your story and you made it this far to the end of the video, I would really love to hear in the comment section you to tell me how does this actually apply to the details of your personal life. I really love to hear the stories that people have about how this applies to them personally. So if you're comfortable with that, please comment down below and share how this applies to you. And thank you very much, and I will see you next time.